If you think of Appalachia in the 1800s, early 1900s, the mountains themselves had to have felt really cold and quiet and still in the winter months. But if you look closely, there's always life in the mountains. You might have to look hard for it or be around at certain times of day, but there's always life somewhere. The birds that stay here in the winter, they're just these nice little flashes of joy across the winter landscape. And you can see it's just dark and depressing. But if you pay attention, you'll see little birds here and there hopping around. Even in the snow, sometimes you'll see cardinals and other birds just kind of flying around. Many families, they kept bird feeders near the windows of their home. And kids would have a daily activity of just sitting at the windows watching the birds hop and eat at the feeder. They would just be like a small event that brought a little joy into just a dull, quiet day. They might sprinkle crumbs out on the porch rails, or they would feed the birds, and it just felt like a kindness you could offer the birds in a time when there's not a lot of food and things are a bit more harsh. Their songs would carry through the crisp morning air, and it just reminded people that even in the quiet seasons, the mountains were still alive. There was still hope and there was still life going on. So sometimes you would have families, they would have like a favorite bird because the birds would come back if you fed them. People would just get to know them. And it connected people to the land and to nature because people were more connected to nature back then. And even now, like, I enjoy, like, if it snows, we have a lot of cardinals on our property, which is really cool. I'll try to film them this year if I catch it during a snow. But we have a lot of cardinals, and they hang out up in the mountains up here. And you just kind of have to be here at, like, sunrise because that's when they're here. And they're only here for a little bit, and then they just kind of disappear for the rest of the day. And it's easier to spot them in the snow, and it's really pretty. So interesting to think of like the old days when bird watching was a huge thing. And now I'm reaching middle age and I'm enjoying watching the birds and the little things in life again.